Hi everybody, welcome back to Borderlines. Now, today we thought we'd speak about, could a single person, man or woman, or the third, with today's society and everything, could a man or woman live on minimum wage and get their own place, a single one bedroom flat in Hull? Okay, now the reason we're doing this is a guy posted a comment on one of our videos, said, ideal solution, live on minimum wage, move to Hull because of cheap rents. So we thought, okay, could it be done on minimum wage? Now, for those that don't know how much minimum wage is, okay, it's £12, something called the other. I've never worked for minimum wage in an awful long time. But if you take tax and national insurance, and 39 hours is considered as minimum wage, over a calendar year, okay, you would bring home £1,816.23. Okay, so that's what it works out. You would, obviously 1 month is going to be different to the other. So we took a look at it, and I've done this for a lot of cities. So I'm going to do it for several cities around the UK to see if it's doable and how much money you would have left in your pocket. So what we've taken a look at is the important things that everybody has to pay whether they like it or not. So the essentials. So rent, council tax, scumbag local councils. Hopefully no councillors are listening. Food, gas and electric, travel costs so you can get to work. I've given you a little. No cars, no car, road tax and insurance, that don't get counted in. They're luxuries. And your water rates. So they are the most essential things that everybody has to pay, whether they like it or not, to be able to get by without getting in debt. Anything else is a luxury. You want to get toiletries? Goes in your food bill at the end of the day. So we've set a budget. Okay. Now, when I lived on my own and I lived in a shared house, I used to set myself £40 a week. But I've increased it because it's a few years since I did that. So we've set a £70 budget per week. Okay. So that's to get your toiletries as well. So your shower gels, your shampoos, your conditioners, whatever, your deodorants, all that type of stuff. That has to come out of that like any other person. Go to Poundland, go and get it for £1. Go to the market, you'll probably get it even cheaper. Okay, so we got that. Got gas and electric. Now, problem is, I live in a 4-bedroom house. How much does gas and electric cost nowadays? Now, that varies from company to company who you go with. Okay, so I phoned up my father. My father lives in a 2-bedroom flat on his own. Okay, he pays £70 a month, all in. That's all he pays. Okay, I pay £180. But I live in a 4-bedroom house. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you an extra bit, just give you a bit of a cushion for them when winter months when it's cold. So we set you £100 budget. Travel, £40 a month. Okay, should be plenty to be honest. I'll tell you what, I'll actually increase it. I'll make it 60 quid for all them people that might want to do a bit extra. So we'll set it 6. Actually, we'll make it 80. We'll be really proper generous. £80 a month. Okay, to travel. Okay, should be able to do it on that. Get yourself a bus ticket, whatever. If you are going by car, it's probably plenty enough, to be honest, to be getting to work and back. So the thing is, for Hull, as things stands, the average rent for a 1-bedroom flat, okay, is £509. Now, I know there's going to be those of you that are going to say, yeah, but a 1-bedroom flat is much more expensive than £509. Okay, now I've gone on to Rightmove. Okay, obviously I'm not going to find a flat on Rightmove for £509. And you're correct, I'm not going to find one for that kind of amount of money. Okay, so what do we have? So the most expensive one currently, and I'm just looking at it right now as I speak to you, is 1,250 quid. Okay, so that's the most expensive. That's actually quite nice as well, to be honest. You know, open kitchen and everything. God, whoever gets that, bloody lucky. Okay, the very cheapest one, and there's quite a lot on Rightmove at the moment as things stands, is 395 quid. But overall, the average normally for the last 12 months, it's been £509, and I appreciate prices go up and down, mainly going up. Okay, so what we've gone and done is looked for one is close to the £509 budget as humanly possible. Okay, and obviously I'm not going to drop it down, so what I'm going to do is go up slightly. And I've found a lovely apartment here. Flat 20 Lewis Street, if you want to go, or Louis Street, if you want to go and have a look. 1 bedroom, beautifully presented 1 bedroom, unfurnished, ground floor flat. I have you know, being offered by CJ Property. Now, CJ Property are not giving me any money for publicising them, but that who is actually offering it at the moment on a long-term let, £119 per week. Okay, not too bad, should I say myself, and within walking distance of the local city centre. Okay, so if you take that all into account, so this one's £515 council tax band A. Okay, so council tax 144. Sorry, that's Hull's. I mean, that's Hartlepool. Hartlepool's quite expensive for council tax. So, council tax, £120.13. We've already gone through all the other bills. So, when it comes out, okay, you are going to be walking away with, in bills, on a monthly basis, £1,129.13. Okay, so, all in all, when it's taken into account, once you pay all your bills, and this is ridiculous because this certainly wouldn't happen in the south of England, and there's a lot of towns and cities what I could mention in the north of England and in the Midlands, which I will come to in later videos. You're going to have 687 quid. You know, the thing is, what a bender you could have on that 687 quid. You know, all the designer shops you could go to and buy, you know, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. You know, you got £171 and a few pence to live on per week if you went and moved to Hull and got the average property. Now, before anybody says, oh yeah, but you're lying about this particular property, I'll actually put it in the comments as well. You know, this is crazy. You know, and when you take into account, now where I live in Leon-Solent, okay, which is right on the south coast. It's a coastal town. Okay, I'm not going to pretend to you and butter it up and say Leon-Solent is a cheap place to live, because I'm telling you, it isn't. The estate I live on, okay, which is primarily military, as in housing for the Royal Navy. Okay, buy a house on this estate, you're looking at 500 to 600 grand. I know my next door neighbour just put his house up on the market, 500. I think it was £515,000 with Fenwick estate agents in Leon-Solent. And I think that's a 4-bedroom house as well. So that's the kind of money that is around here. But to actually rent here, I'm actually double checking it, because if you go down to Gosport, which is about 3 miles down the road, you're looking about 800 quid. had a look on here yesterday on Rightmove, and you was looking at about 1,200 quid to rent. That's just the main rent of a property. So moving to Hull, your quid's in. Why wouldn't you do that? Now the only argument is, you've got to get a job first. Are there plenty of the right types of jobs on minimum wage at the end of the day? Because this is all based about minimum wage. Are there plenty of jobs in Hull? Now, I always say there's plenty of jobs around. If you want to work, anybody can get a job at the end of that. It's not difficult. You know, I know a lot of people like to make it difficult so they don't have to go to work, and that's me being judgmental, and I will apologise, because there's certain fields in industry it's a lot harder. You know, I've worked in the sales industry all my life. You know, I could walk in from one job to the next day after day if I wanted to. It's pretty easy for me, you know. But when you look at this, why wouldn't you? If you're a single person, you've got no commitments, no wife, no girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever way, no children, good way to get away from the mother-in-law as well. Trust me, I've tried it many a time. Okay, you would be crazy not to do this. Okay, so let us know in the comments what you think. Okay, in the next one, we're going to pick another city from the north or the Midlands, see how easy it is to do, because obviously Hull is proven you're going all the way to the bank, to be honest. So let us know what you think. But for now, thanks for watching. And if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe as well. But for now, we'll speak to you later.